Hello viewer, welcome to Lest You Forget. Today I'm privileged to be with the chair of the ODM Appeals Tribunal, Mr. Frederick Orego, as well as the secretary to the tribunal, Madam Barbara Maloa, who are going to shed light on the mandate of this appeals tribunal, which is a requirement in law that every political party must have an internal dispute mechanism process to deal with matters that arise during and after the primaries. This is a very critical time for political parties, and the ODM is ready for the primaries, but there will be one or two disputes arising from the primaries. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
About this tribunal, what is it about?
The ODM Appeals Tribunal is one of the organs of the ODM party with the mandate to resolve disputes arising out of party primaries. You know that when elections are held, there are people who sometimes feel that it might not have been conducted in a way to their satisfaction, in which event they will have the right now to appear before us. We are like an election court, but for the party primaries only. And we get to listen to their disputes, hear what their cases are, and determine so that we can give justice to the parties.
Is it a legal requirement that every political party should have this tribunal?
Yes, under the Political Parties Act, every political party is required to have what is called an internal dispute resolution mechanism. It is a legal requirement, and we must have a well-set and established tribunal under the Political Parties Act. So it's a legal requirement.
What is the composition of this appeals tribunal?
Our appeals tribunal is composed of, we have got a very large appeals tribunal. We have got 30 members, composed of myself as chairperson. We've got a secretary, and we've got 28 other members of the tribunal.
The composition is not 100% lawyers. We have 50% lawyers. The tribunal consists of 30 members, 50% being advocates of the High Court, and the other are members from different professions. So the tribunal is properly constituted. We didn't want it to make it such the structure to be just purely legal, because we have people who come before it are not only lawyers. We also have laymen. So as constituted, as provided in the rules, it's supposed to be mixed. So we have representations from all professions.
The reason why we have decided to have a large number of the tribunal in the tribunal is because in the past we have had experience where we have seen a huge number of disputes arising out of our party primaries. So this time we have decided that we want to set up tribunals and panels to sit across the country. So we believe that the number that we have had today trained will be enough to hear all manner of disputes. Whatever the number will be, we are very prepared for it.
So in short, what you're trying to say is that you're going to decentralize the services of this tribunal. You're going to take them down to the counties.
Yes, actually we have devolved the services of the tribunal all the way mashinani, pretty much into all the counties where we are going to have our party primaries. So we have got a panel for each and every place where we are going to have our party primaries.
So members of these panels are going to be deployed to the respective counties?
Yes. Yes, we are going to deploy. In fact, out of the 30 members of the tribunal that we've got, we will divide ourselves in groups of 3, because a tribunal is properly constituted when it has got a chairperson and at least 2 other members. So we are going to have groups of 3 across the country to hear disputes in those particular regions. Yes, we are going to be in small groups of maybe about 10 panels.
The rules will be posted on the website, so it will be available to all members. We're also planning on putting up, on the days that we'll have sittings, we are going to gazette the said sittings so that members of the party are well aware of the sittings. And before we even have a sitting, we are mandated to notify the parties within 6 hours before the hearing. so members will be sufficiently informed. We have our nominations happening in about 20 counties, and in all these counties we'll have panels sitting in each and every county. We'll not only take it to have it in Nairobi. The reason is because last time members of the party complained it's very expensive to have to travel all the way to Nairobi. Imagine you participated in an election in Siaya and you're required to come down to Nairobi. So the party listened to the cry of the members, and now we want to make it, of course, you've gone through a nomination process. I mean, you've been campaigning. It's quite expensive for an aspirant. So having to travel down all the way to Nairobi is an extra cost, and you're expected to be here for a while. So now we're going to the aspirants in their different counties.
Chairman, for the past 2 days you've been meeting here. What have you been doing here with these members of the tribe here?
We brought the members here from across the country for three main things. Number one, under the ODM constitution, members of the tribunal must be legally sworn in to be members of the tribunal. So that we've been able to do. Number two, we've also been training the members on our party nomination rules and the appellate process. And number three, we have also been able to work out a program on how we are going to work across the country after the party nomination starts sometimes later in the week. So those are the three things that we hope to achieve today. We believe that we've had a very good session. We have had very good trainings. We had presentations from the Secretariat. We had presentations from the legal committee, and we had from the National Elections Board. And we believe that our members are properly been trained and they are ready for the work that they have been appointed to do.
Chairman, this is a very critical time for a political party, and especially the ODM party, which you belong to, which you're going to serve in this tribunal. During this particular moment, when there is a push and pull among aspirants, everyone wanting this ticket, there's bound to be chaos, there's bound to be all sorts of things happening because everyone wants this ticket. How are you going to handle these disputes?
We believe that we are very well prepared. First of all, our guide will be the party constitution. We have to ensure that everybody has been given justice according to what our party constitution provides and our nomination rules.
They've been sufficiently prepared. We'll not say angry, right? We'll say they feel aggrieved. Yes, aggrieved. But that is one of the things they were told to expect. So they're ready to deal with these members of the public, and they've been taught how to handle each and every situation that may come their way.
The tribunal, first and foremost, is an internal dispute resolution mechanism. So that the first thing that we are going to do, even before we sit down to listen to the dispute, we are going to encourage the people who come before us to try to reconcile, because ultimately, even after the dispute is resolved, we still have the party and the party interest to take care of. So we try to encourage people to be as friendly as possible. And then number three, we have let the rule of law be our guide. We want to ensure that we are going to have fairness, we are going to have justice, and we are going to have an elaborate procedure which we are going to follow to ensure that nobody who comes before us is complaining that they have not got justice.
The tribunal is independent of the party. Remember, first of all, it's an internal dispute resolution mechanism, right? So it's a dispute for the party, but it is very independent. It doesn't mean that now all the matters that will come before it, the tribunal will just be siding with the party. The elections board will listen to the facts that are brought before us, and we will determine them based on the law. If we find that the party was on the wrong, we'll give a determination to that effect. If we find that the the appellant or the respondent is one of the wrong, we'll give a determination to that effect. It is purely independent.
As a secretary of the tribunal, do you commit that you're going to be impartial on behalf of your members?
Yes. I sit here today on behalf of all my members. They have taken oath of office. They have sworn to uphold the constitution of the party and the rules, and I can confidently speak on their behalf. We are going to be very impartial.
Our members of the tribunal are going to work under oath, and they have bound themselves to be bound by our constitution. They have bound themselves to be bound by the Constitution of Kenya, and they have bound themselves to be bound by the rule of law. So we expect them to give the best justice that there is for this process.
Let me take you back, Chair. What
Yes.
is the modus operandi for this committee, these panels? When and how should someone appeal to this, present their complaint or dispute to this tribunal? And who should do it? Is it just the aspirants or any member of the party, aggrieved party?
Thank you very much. The jurisdiction of the tribunal is very limited. We only hear complaints from aspirants. Only aspirants are able to file a claim before the tribunal. And when they do so, they only file a claim in respect of the elections in which they were involved. Party members can have complaints, but they do not have the right to appear before the tribunal. So it is only the people who actually presented applications to the National Elections Board and whose names were on the ballot as candidates for a particular seat. So those are the only people who are allowed. And once that has happened, once you've drafted your complaint, we have made it very easy for the people to file. You can just file through an email, which we have now developed. I don't know whether it will be okay for you. Our email is very easy. It's called tribunal@odm.co.ke. So you just do your paperwork wherever you are. You don't have to come to Nairobi. You file through the email that I've just read. I'll say again, tribunal@odm.co.ke. There will be fees to be paid to accompany that application. If you're filing for member of the county assembly, the amount is 30,000. For member of county assembly, 30,000. For member of national assembly, senate, and for member of national assembly and senate and women representative is 70,000 shillings. National assembly, women rep, and senate 70,000. And for governor, we have put at 100,000 shillings. And we don't have to come to Nairobi to pay. We have got a very easy pay bill. Our pay bill is 985,900. 985,900. So
the person who is paying, does he have the account number that he should use, or the name of the appellant?
Yes, the name of the appellant. So if Frederick Orego is filing an appeal, the account name should be the name of Frederick Orego. So that should be able to show, and we'll be able to see from your paperwork. So just to repeat, if you feel that you are aggrieved, sit down, do your complaint. If you look at our rules, you will see the manner in which you are supposed to do that complaint. File it online through our email, tribunal@odm.co.ke. Pay through M-Pesa on our pay bill number 985,900. Your account name will be your name as a candidate, Frederick Orego, for instance. And if you have got any query when you are filed and you don't feel that you have got the sufficient information, we have got a call center number that we have set up specifically for this. 011 582 1036. I will repeat, 011 582 1036. So if you've sent an email, you've paid on pay bill, and you have got any query, use that number that we have given. We'll be able to get back to you, and we will tell you how we are going to work with you together.
Chairman, there's some aspirants, when they feel aggrieved, they become angry, and they carry their anger to Nairobi and to this tribunal. How are you prepared to handle such kind of cases?
We have prepared for this very well. In each and every venue where we are going to have the tribunal sitting across the country, whether it's going to be Nairobi or we're going to sit in Nakuru or in Kisumu, wherever it is that we'll be sitting, we have ensured that only the people who have got a direct interest in the claim are allowed into the tribunal hall. Number two, we have arranged in conjunction with the local police stations for adequate security. So nobody should be worried. We have provided adequate security. Everybody will be safe, and the police will be able to take care of the security very well. So we believe that everybody will be there secure, members of the tribunal will be there secure. The candidates who come, even if you is against your opponent, feel free, just come. We will give you adequate protection.
There are IBC timelines. The timelines will be set by the IBC in the run-up to the general election, which is on the 9th of August this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I put my appeal today, how long should I wait for the verdict?
If you put your appeal today, if say from our rules, if a decision is given today on the 31st of March, you've got 36 hours within which to file your application. That is a day and a half. And then your opponent has got another 1 day. Then we will listen to it within 6 hours of the filing, and we'll give you a decision within 12 hours. So basically, the long and short of it is that from the time that you file up to the time that you give our decision will be a maximum of 3.5 days.
So that's about 48 hours?
48 hours. 48 hours, 72 hours precisely.
72 hours.
72 hours, yes. Within 72 hours from filing to delivery of the decision, we will have given you your decision, 72 hours.
Parting shot to members who are taking part in the primaries?
I'd like to encourage them to be, first of all, confident in the process. I know in the past people have said a lot of things about the party primaries for ODM, but I want to assure them I've seen the measures that have been put in place to ensure that the entire process is fair to each and every member. We don't have favorites. In instances where there's consensus, that has been done, and it's voluntary. No one was forced into consensus. So I can tell them, even if they have an issue and they come before the tribunal, we are ready to listen to you. Please don't come with the mindset that a decision has already been made. No, it has not. You'll come before us, you'll present your facts, and we'll listen to you and give you a chance.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. We hope we'll be able to do a good job and give justice to the parties.
Thank you, viewer. You've heard it from the chair of the ODM Appeals Tribunal, Mr. Frederick Orego, and the secretary to the tribunal, Madam Barbara Maloa, on how prepared they are to face appellants at the tribunal after the primaries, because every exercise that is done by political parties, there must be 1 or 2 or 3 people who feel disenfranchised and aggrieved, and there is a process to which they can channel their disputes for fair hearing and verdict made to ensure that everyone is happy. So I really appreciate your time. Until next time, my name is Philip Etale. Thank you and goodbye.